मैडम आप हटिए वहाँ से आएगा घूम ये मांगे यार पुढे पुढे काय झूमना है करे गौतम जी गौतम जी यहाँ पे सर यहाँ पे ये कैमरा सर सर एक मिनट सर वेट रुकिए यहाँ पे थैंक यू यहाँ पे ये कैमरा मैम ये कैमरा मैम दिस कैमरा वेट look here ma'am ma'am
1 second I'll start from there I'll do it
just video बाकी सब आ जाइए हो गया सब लोग भीड़ हो जाएंगे चल नीचे आओ ना सब लोग
पीछे आ जाओ थोड़ा भाई
सेंटर कैमरा हाँ जी हाँ
और उसके सेंटर प्लीज
सेंटर तो मैम सेंटर कैमरा
Can we just all look left all look this way all look this way please
गौरी जी सेंटर yes
2 minutes either she's looking here just hand her and now look at the center now she's looking at the center
I've never happened like that
okay can we move
सोहा जी आपका सोहा जी
And once again, a very warm welcome to an afternoon that celebrates real stories, unconditional love, and touch of care. But before we move forward, I'd also like to wish you all a very happy Navratri. Navratri ki shubhkamnaएं आप सबको. And on that note, as I'd informed that we will be having our wonderful guests joining us in a short while as they share the real stories that talks about real love. But before that, I think it's also important for me to share with you a little about this wonderful Wix Touch of Care. Now, as we all know that Wix is world's #1 selling cough and cold brand that has always focused on the one word, which is care. Now, this word, of course, over the years has not only changed but grown on to ensure that the word care not just restricts to the family members or to the biological family members, but also moves on to probably your neighbors, or for that matter, travel friends, or for that matter, even strangers. Now, while we talk about the Wix Touch of Care, I'm very curious to know how many of you have seen the Wix Touch of Care film that was revealed last year? I'm also going to raise my hand, that's me as well. In fact, I believe you all were not just moved, but also inspired to a certain extent. Did you all enjoy the Wix Touch of Care movie that was released last year? Can I hear like a big yes? And that's right, that's what we're talking about. Well, in fact, when last year, when this entire platform started with the Wix Touch of Care, the platform in fact grew synonymously, and this is where they demonstrated real stories of real people, demonstrating absolute amount of care. Now, last year, this story, in fact, moved millions of people across the world, also giving them hope in humanity as well as in love and unconditional care. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today, in fact, we have with us some very accomplished guests who will be joining us shortly. So first up, let's get the proceedings started as I invite two of the very renowned actresses of the Indian film industry. May I please invite Shreya Saran and Soha Ali Khan to please come on the stage. And may we also invite one of the best openers in the history of Indian cricket. Put your hands together for Gautam Gambhir. Well, that's right. In fact, before they reveal to us the new Vic's Touch of Care film for all of us, we're also going to get some perspectives from them. So I'm going to request you to please take your seats as well. And a warm welcome to this wonderful afternoon. You can please take a seat here. Yes. So we're talking about the Vic's Touch of Care. You all have, in fact, you, Shreya, who also is the founder of the Shri Spa, where you have the visually challenged people working with you. Now, they come with a very, very high sense of touch and feel as well. How do you resonate with this feeling of touch of care?
Well, I'm not a mom as yet, but I feel being a mom is... I haven't really experienced giving birth, but... Which Soha, I mean, she's amazing. I have a lot of respect for her. It's another level of patience, and you need so much love to take care of another individual. And I have a lot of respect for women who have, in families, who have adopted kids, because it's also another level of you have to have an ocean full of love in your heart to be able to do that. I run a small NGO. It's called Spandana. Spandana means touch. And so we employ visually challenged people. I run a spa where everyone who works in the spa, they all are blind. And blind are blessed with sense of touch. So a massage given by a blind person has healing powers. And because their eyes are in their hands, they are blessed. And if I may say, they are better than a sighted person. So once one of our therapists, who's Datta, he got married, and he, after a year, he had a baby, and then I was talking to him, how does it feel? And, you know, he can't see, but his eyes were moist, and he said, you know, I held my baby for the first time, and I heard my baby cry, and I felt his tears, and it was touch, and it was, I felt my baby. But then he said, you know, I saw my baby, because in that touch, he saw his child. So for me, I think that's my connection of touch of care, and every child deserves a touch of care. And I'm looking forward to your next video, because the last one was truly inspiring. What I like about the last video was that it was not about... it was not about sympathy. It was not about being sad and watching the video. I felt really inspired watching your video. I felt really touched. I felt... I saw I would say I saw a fighter. And you know, that inspired me to go beyond. Every time I saw, and I kept watching it again and again, and every time I saw it, you know, I was smiling again, and it was just like so inspiring. And I'm looking forward to your new story this year.
Well, that's beautifully said, Shreya. In fact, I would say adu romba nalla irukku, because the fact that you've also been in the Tamil and Telugu industry, is there a message that you'd like to share with them as well?
I'll read it out, sorry. Nisha, because I saw, the point is that I'll be a spoiler because I saw the video.
All right, so, but something about Vic's that you'd want to share?
Yeah, it's about the Vic's, and it's about Vic's and Nisha, so I think I'll say after I watch the video. Again with everyone.
Again with everyone, that's right. Another message coming there from you. I'm going to do ladies first, and I'm going to go to Soha next. Soha, you are known as someone who's absolutely articulate. You are an author and now the young mom. I'm sure a lot of women out here are absolutely smiling about the fact that you have transformed in your journey and you have adorned these beautiful hats over the years, and you've done that so beautifully. And somewhere Wix is also about care. And how do you manage to sort of balance this, and what is your reason for association with this beautiful brand, which is Wix Touch of Care?
You know, I have to say that my association with Wix has been long and enduring. If you open my handbag now, I'm always carrying Wix because I love the smell. And through my pregnancy, I used to feel nauseous often in the first trimester. And it's an association. You do what you see your mother do. So every time my mother had a migraine, she would put Wix on her temples and she would smell it. And as a result, I don't know if it was, I've always done that. Whenever I feel sick, I've always carried Wix. And I, in fact, told my gynecologist, and he said, you feel nauseous. I said, this makes me feel better. And he said, that's very odd. That's not what the purpose of it is for. I mean, it's a cough and cold remedy. But if it works for you, then great. And only last year is when I saw Gauri's video. And it was a new campaign, I think, that Wix had come out with the Touch of Care. And I didn't see it as a commercial enterprise at all, as a brand that I've been using or buying. It was obviously more than that. It was a feeling, and it was an emotion that they were sharing. And that's what the brand really stands for. What I love about Wix is that they are spreading an emotion. It's about care, and it's a lovely message, which is, especially for a new mother. I've always thought, what's it like to be a mother? When you become a mother, you respect mothers so much more. And I think I left Inaya alone with Kunal for the first time last week. And he called me at the end of the day and he said, I have so much respect for the fact that you do this every day. And it's not about biology. That's what it is. I mean, when I was thinking about having a child and I wasn't sure whether we would have a biological child, we were open to adoption, of course, and I spoke to a friend of mine in America, and she said, the question is not, are you ready to be a mother? Or are you ready to be pregnant or have a child? Are you ready to be a parent is the question. And anybody can become a parent, whether you have a biological bond with the child or not. And parenting is where the reward is, and where the love is, and where the care is. But I think Gauri put it really well, when she spoke, and she said that it's not about, anybody can be a mother. And being a mother is a feeling, and it's that touch of care. And that maternal touch of care is, of course, what 2017 was about. I'm looking forward to Nisha's story. I have not seen it. I don't know how you saw it. I was told it's available only now, but obviously, there's some Tamil favoritism happening over here. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. But I'm just so happy to be here, and I want to congratulate Wix, and I want to congratulate Gauri. I want to meet and give Nisha a big hug. So I'm just really excited to be here, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much indeed, Soha. Thank you for those beautiful words that you shared. And many a times...
I did a movie with Soha.
Yes.
She's... it's not even a joke. She's one of the strongest person I've ever met in my life.
Wow.
Literally, we had to actually fight. Yeah, in our workshop, we were fighting. And I have to say that, yeah.
And I would try to make her fall, but she's like, yeah, try again.
These moments are amazing because a Wikipedia page will not give us such information. But moments like these do.
She's just standing there, try again. Try again.
But you were surprisingly not strong.
All right, so let's now shift the focus of Touch of Care. We've been talking from the ladies, but now it's time to get some more perspectives from the man of the hour we have over here, Gautam Gambhir. First of all, Gautam, thank you so much for joining us here.
Pleasure's mine.
And we need to know about what was that one reason that you could associate it with Wix Touch of Care?
Look, the word care itself has brought me here because for me, a word care is an emotion. I think either you care for people or you don't care for people. Either you're emotional about humans or you're not emotional about humans. Me being an emotional person, and especially coming from a profession where you don't only care about your own self, but you care about the 15 or 20 which is involved in that profession. And you try and bring someone who's down to that level where you can get the best out of him as well. And I thought that word care is something which is very, very strong and which has brought me here. And again, I saw the film and I'm absolutely inspired and really want to congratulate Gauri for what she's done. And I think there'll be many more stories in future as well. And really looking forward to the next film and really wanting to know more about Nisha as well.
Lovely, beautiful indeed. I think after the last year's story, they've already set the tone for the touch of care, and now I think we're about to unveil to all of you the Vicks 1 in a Million Touch of Care film for all of you. So without any further delay, I think it's time for all of you to give a cue. Are we all ready? Yes. Are you all ready? Yes. All our friends on the video conference, I'm sure all of you are ready, and I am ever ready as well. So on that note, I'm going to hand this over back to you, Shreya. Yes, I'm going to request you to also... Oh, you want to give a touch of the Vicks touch of care, and that's going to be a cue for the film? Superb. So a quick touch of the touch of care, and we'll unveil to you the new Vicks 1 in a Million Touch of Care film.
just have to say that I saw the video for the first time, and I'm glad they played it a second time because it gave me some time to get my emotions under control. I thought we'd have to come on stage right away, and it was very moving. It was, what an incredible story. And it's such an honor to meet all three of you on stage at the moment. You're the heroes of not just the moment, but like forever inspirations for us. Gauri ji, of course, Nisha, and Aloma ji. It's really wonderful. And that's, I mean, there's so much love in their stories, and it's so beautifully captured in the film. I wanted to start with Gauri. Can I call you Gauri? Gauri ji? I have to ask you, of course, you know, because I'm a new mother as well. What's it like to be a Vicks mom?
Vicks mom. It's really have changed my life. I always used to say, Vicks की गोली लो खिच खिच दूर करो. पर ये Vicks की गोली ने जो transgenders के लिए देखने का जो नज़रिया था वो बदल गया. I was there, I was visible, but I was always out of the family. You know, the family का structure क्या होता है उसके बारे में कभी भी कोई लोग नहीं बोलते थे. और जब मैं आपके सामने आप ही का बच्चा लेके जब आई तो आपने कहा अरे ये भी हो सकता है. And this has given by Vicks. So I'm enjoying my motherhood because I always say motherhood is beyond gender. माँ होने के लिए तुम्हें स्त्री होना ही ज़रूरी नहीं है या किसी को जन्म देना ही ज़रूरी नहीं है. मदर यहाँ बैठे हम सभी माँ हैं. To love someone, to care someone, that is a motherhood. And I always say care के सिवा कुछ नहीं होता है. और बच्चा तू लाखों में तारों में मेरा एक सितारा है तू आज. मतलब पता नहीं मैं बोल नहीं पाऊंगी.
Well, Gauri ji, firstly, आपने जो कहा था that the word care, you know, it is not just gender specific. या फिर माँ होने के लिए it doesn't mean that just a lady has to be माँ. Anybody can. It's not gender specific as well. So I'll come to you, Gautam. I think first of all, what are your emotions resonating from the 1 in a Million Touch of Care film?
Looks so inspiring. I really want to congratulate Vix for taking up this initiative, and I'm sure that's going to grow much bigger in coming years as well. And I think it was very, very inspiring, very emotional as well. And I've got a question to ask निशा से. निशा, आपके लिए माँ का टच ऑफ केयर का क्या मतलब है?
विक्स का पहली एडवर्टाइज आप लोगों ने मेरी देखी थी, आपकी नींद खुल गई थी. ये एडवर्टाइज देखने के बाद जब इंसान नींद से खुल जाए सोचने पे मजबूर करता है. हमने कभी सोचा ही नहीं था ऐसा भी कुछ होता होगा. हमने हमारी आंखें खोलने का काम विक्स ने किया है. जैसे विक्स हमारे सबके घर में है और प्यार का मायने बदल दिए हैं. और मुझे लगता है कि इतनी सारी ये सोशल कॉज है. अगर आप देखो कि नैतिक जिम्मेदारी जो विक्स ने ली है वो सबसे बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है. इनमें उनका कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है. अगर आप देखो इस तरीके से मुझे या मेरी बच्ची को प्रमोट करने के पीछे लोगों की आंखें खोलने का काम है. मैं इतना ही कहूँगी.
इसके आगे और क्या क्या कुछ प्लान्स है, कुछ बता सकते हैं?
किस चीज़ के बारे में?
सोशल वर्क जो आप कर रहे हैं
वो तो ज़िंदगी भर का काम है. जब कर ही रहे, नानी का घर के बारे में है या दूसरे लोगों मैं इतना ही कहूँगा कि प्यार बांटने के लिए है तो हम प्यार बांटते ही चलेंगे.
I just want to say that it's been a very transformative experience to be here. I've really enjoyed the afternoon. I've cried, I've laughed. I've had, it's been very inspirational meeting Aloma ji and her daughter Nisha, David, and Gauri ji, of course, who I've been watching on the internet for over a year now. It's a beautiful campaign, Vic's Touch of Care. It is truly emotional. It's about spreading love. It's about children who want love and parents who have love to give, parents who are transformed by their children, and children who are transformed by their parents. And that, I think, is the best example is in Aloma ji and Nisha. You can see how they connect with each other. I've seen them whispering to each other on the stage. You know, I can see the influence that she must have had on Nisha, the confidence that Nisha has, the beautiful person that she is, the way that she speaks, how much self-love she has and confidence, and the fact that she embraces herself and identity. And, you know, even when somebody asked her a question and Aloma ji was offering a response and she thought about what she wanted to say and she took part of it and she made it her own. Yes. So I think that that is testament to just that you can see a family on stage. And it just, I mean, it's just wonderful to be here.
Hello? Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay. I think it is working. It is? Okay. The one with, yeah. It's a very, it's a, it was a beautiful afternoon. Like Soha said, I cried a little bit and I laughed a lot and inspired me a lot. But what really inspired me is to meet these three amazing fighters, 4 actually. I'll include the father as well because I was sitting there waiting for the conference to start and I was talking to her father, Nisha's father, and I'm like, she's amazing, isn't she? And he said, yeah, she's really amazing, and you know, she loves wearing sari. Usko sari pehrne ka bahut shauk hai. We completely missed out the father here, but it's amazing how both of them have spread so much love, and you know, you feel that love in this room today. It inspires you. If nothing else, but at least inspires you to be nice to each other and accept and love and appreciate each other a lot more. और आपकी कहानी मैंने last year देखी थी और बहुत inspiring थी. Thank you, Vix, for making these beautiful stories and bringing them out and inspiring us. Or yeah, it was really amazing to be part of today's afternoon.
नहीं बोलना चाहेंगे. नहीं बोलना चाहिए। नहीं बेटा, नहीं अभी ये इधर मीटू के बारे में नहीं है, निशा के बारे में है यार। कम से कम आज तो छोड़ दो, निशा है यहाँ पर, इतनी अच्छी कहानी है उनकी। गौतम आप कह दीजिए, आप गौतम से पूछना चाह रहे थे ना, उनसे पूछिए।
एक मिनट या
Look, I think it's been an absolutely eye-opening experience and very emotional and very inspiring as well. I would really like to congratulate 4 real heroes out here, and I'm sure these experiences and this movie will surely touch a lot of lives and change a lot of perspective going forward as well. So really, really want to congratulate, and absolutely honored to be part of this event. Really want to congratulate Vix once again for taking up this initiative, and I'm sure, and this is going to touch many more lives. And with Vix, I think, sure Vix, सबके घर में Vix है, so I think
बैग में
तो फिर I'm sure आगे जाके सबके ही बैग में होगा Vix. Thank you.